Hey, I'm Hobbs, and I'm here to give my review on the small indie film that just not wide release is an indie film. Small indie film that just came out was based off of the book Z for Zachariah. Now, this film looked really interesting from the trailers. It's about like this post-apocalyptic world where it's the world there's like this radiation poison that wipes out like over half of humanity, and so there's only like these three survivors left. There's like this one lady named Anne, who's like one of the last survivors, who's very religious and goes to church and stuff. And then there's this other survivor named Loomis, who's just surviving on his own, who she happens to find, and he gets sick because he bathes in water that he doesn't know is poisonous from the radiation that he finds. And so she takes care of him, and he gets sick, and she takes care of him and takes him in and stuff. And they try to find a way to, get electricity back, right? So they can start building resources and stuff again. Cause they're trying to get electricity back because ever since the radiation poisoning happened and wiped out over half of humanity, got rid of the radiation and everything. They need, I mean, not yeah, got rid of radiation. The radiation got rid of like all the electricity and stuff, and they're trying to get it back. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to build something, a water wheel and stuff, and other stuff to get it back. But they have to tear down church to do so. And she's really religious and stuff and doesn't want to tear down church, but they realize that they have to do it anyways. But along the way on their journey, they find another guy named Caleb, and they get him, but he also gets sick, and they need to take care of him for a couple of days. And then he says he'll go off, but of course he doesn't. He stays there, and seeming to be the nice person she is, takes him in. So she ends up taking them both in, but they both end up falling for her, and she falls for Loomis first, and she tries to they drink wine one night, and she tries to have sex with him, but he says if they have sex that it will change their relationship, and it's getting rushed too much, and that they should. And he says that they need more time, is what he says. So he delays it, and because he doesn't want to change their relationship yet, says they need more time. So, yeah. So, but then the other guy comes in, and Loomis sees that she and him start falling for each other and stuff. And so it creates this whole love triangle of jealousy and rage and anger and stuff and lust and all that. It creates an interesting love triangle for them, but they all have to team up and put their differences aside to like build to build a water wheel and stuff to get electricity running back. Okay, so that's what it is. All the acting in this movie is like phenomenal acting. But I didn't really buy most of the chemistry between Anne and Loomis. I didn't really buy their chemistry that much, but their acting was really good. All the acting was like phenomenal. Acting was really good. They kept a really nice tone. The movie had really great scenery, really great shots and stuff. The movie got like really dull, not really dull, but kind of dull at some parts, a little boring at some parts. But it overall was a lot of parts were also really interesting, and it kept you intrigued most of the time. And the plot does take some dark twists and get really interesting at the end of it, and it does keep you intrigued, and it is interesting and stuff. And it's really fun seeing them try to survive on their own and stuff. And so it does keep you intrigued, and it does, like I said, take some dark twists at the end. So it does keep you intrigued, and it is pretty interesting. Or there's some parts in the middle. Oh, I'll probably be able to cut that out, hopefully. But yeah, like I said, some parts do get really dull, but it does keep you intrigued. And there are some dark twists at the end, and the plot does keep you intrigued. And lots of it is pretty interesting, even though some parts are dull, like I said. But overall, great acting. The only problem I had was they didn't really give you that much of a conclusion at the end. Like, the conclusion was a bit weak, and you kind of assume, and you understand that half humanity is wiped out by poison radiation, but they never really touch on it, like, at all. They don't really explain how humanity was wiped out by the radiation and stuff. You know, they don't really go and explain that much, and the conclusion summary at the end wasn't that great. It wasn't that great of a strong conclusion at the end, but it did have some really good dark twists at the end that were interesting, like I said, and phenomenal acting, just not that great chemistry between Anna and Loomis. The chemistry between Anna and Caleb was really good though, and all the acting was great. A little dull in the middle, kept you interesting and kept you intrigued. Great, is really good at showing hell is other people. And overall, I'd give this movie, and you know, like I said, they don't really give that much good conclusions and stuff, and there's some part, but that helps with the suspense. Is they imply that a lot of stuff happens, but they don't really show it, so it leaves you like in suspense, wondering like, did that happen? What happened? And, it leaves you in suspense. So it does build up really good suspense, though. So yeah, the movie really just gets a good tone and example of hell as other people. And so overall, I have to say I'd give this movie 3.5 out of 5 stars. So yeah, I didn't spoil anything because there is some really good dark twists at the end. I don't want to spoil. So yeah, definitely go check this small indie chick. This not chick flick. Why did I say chick? Sorry. Yeah, so definitely go check this indie flick out. It is quite interesting. In the end, it's worth checking out. So yeah, go check it out. My review would be 3.5 out of 5 stars. So yeah, definitely go check it out, and I'll see you guys. Definitely not my favorite indie flick of the year. I think my favorite would be Love and Mercy, but yeah, this one's still pretty good though, an interesting ending, dark twist and stuff. Like I said, it's a really good example of how hell is other people. So yeah, so definitely worth checking out though. 3.5 out of 5 stars. So yeah, go check it out, and I'll see you guys next time, or whatever my next review is or something. All right.